Adishtapuram rishite asme dhrishva bhayena cha pravyathitam manoh me tadeva me hardarshaya deva rupam prasida devesha jagannivasa. After seeing the universal form which I had never seen before, I am gladdened. At the same time, my mind is disturbed with fear. Therefore, please bestow your grace upon me and reveal again your form of the personality of Godhead, O Lord of Lords, O abode of the universe. So Arjuna's position is, how do we understand? What is this rasa with Krishna? Sakhya. So he is enjoying friendship with Krishna. And he asked Krishna to show the universal form, the Vishwarupa. But one thing is that Krishna revealed to him. Why did Krishna reveal Vishwarupa? Because the devotee. And we see the symptoms. When he showed his opulence to Krishna, Arjuna did not get envious. Normally, how we can know we are envious of somebody. Actually, we are envious of everybody. We all come to imitate the Lord. All of us are competitors. Everybody has come to this world for one mission, to imitate the Lord. Correct? I want to be God, you want to be God, you want to be God. Therefore, there is competition. Rat race to be God. In Krishna's time also there was a person whose name was Paundraka. And what is the reason? I don't know. Somehow he thought he is God. Somebody told me, but this is not a bona fide source, Amar Chitra Katha. That is, he used to be asleep all the time, so his servants incited him. Or whatever it is, he thought he is God. And what did he do then? He sent a letter to Krishna that you are an imposter. All the symbols, Shankha, Chakra, Gada, all these things you should not hold. This is for me. I am the real Lord. So when the letter was read in the Dwarka, everybody laughed. Everybody knew it's Narayana, Krishna is Narayana. They're laughing. What to do? So Krishna sent the letter back, I am coming. And Krishna goes to punish him now. And he is with the king of Kashi, brings his whole army, and Krishna smashes everybody, destroys all the armies. Around 5 Akshaunis of army is destroyed. And king of Kashi is killed, and he is also killed. Everything is finished. Just imagine. So much. In fact, at the end he tells that fellow Paundraka, and he had exactly dressed himself like Krishna. He's wearing a dress like Krishna. He had a costume of mark also here. He had jewels also. And he had everything like Krishna. Very expensive helmet. And one garland also imitating Krishna's garland. Everything. And as a Krishna, interesting, Krishna goes to battle, there is a garland. Nobody has garland when he goes to the battle. And then after that everything got over, Krishna said, okay, take my Sudarshana. You wanted my Sudarshana, take. And Sudarshana goes and cuts his head. He can't save himself, dies. Okay, so that's what happens. So this tendency to imitate Krishna is there, and therefore we are all envious. And as we discussed previously, if we hear about Krishna, we read about Krishna, through the devotees, our envy will be finished. Therefore we have a wonderful book, Krishna book. Prabhupada used to say it's my number one book. George Harrison had sponsored the whole publication in the beginning of that book. Therefore in the beginning that is there. Prabhupada says in the introduction or preface, I thank George Harrison for sponsoring the whole publication. I think he gave some huge amount those days for total publication of massive publication. So then what happened was, once Prabhupada asked him, do you read my books? He said, yes, I read the Krishna book. So Prabhupada said, that's the best book. Okay. In fact, Prabhupada was feeling, when he was commenting on Chaitanya Charitamrita, he came around a verse by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. He says in Madhya Leela itself, I am summarizing the Anta Leela. Because Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was, you can say, 10-year elder at his age when he was writing. He was writing 500 years before. He was 80 plus. Prabhupada started at least all this writing thing, particularly is traveling and preaching at 70. He was 80 plus when he picked up his pen to write. He was very, very old. He was telling, I can't even, my body is shaking, I can't even see properly. I don't know how I'm writing. He was writing in ecstasy. Beautiful scripture. He wrote in Bengali. A beautiful scripture. So he said, I am very worried, I will not live to finish Antalila. So now itself I will write Madhalila. In Madhalila itself he writes Antalila also. He divides Lord Chaitanya pastime into 3 parts. Adi, Madhya, Antya. So in Madhya itself he writes a summary of Antya. So Prabhupada at that time in Chaitanya Charitamrita, so he writes that I feel I may also not live to finish Bhagavatam. I am very old. So therefore Prabhupada stopped all his work and he wrote the Krishna book. He stopped all his work and he wrote the Krishna. And how much important that book is to the movement, you can understand. Had he not presented carefully the most important thing, this is the Krishna movement, then you have to read from here and there. Krishna Lila, you don't know? Bhagavatam he has not done, and here and there you have to search in the purport, but nowhere Krishna Lila. He carefully wrote. And if you see Krishna Lila, he so carefully writes it. Generally, Krishna Lila cannot be discussed unless you have finished 9 cantos. Generally. But he wrote it in such a way anybody can read it. He explained so much so that nobody makes any mistake understanding Krishna's pastime. So the first part of the point here was that we should not develop imitation for Krishna, and our heart is envious of Krishna, obviously, therefore we are here in this world. Anybody in the jail means he is envious of the king, otherwise he cannot be in the jail. So we are in the middle jail means obviously we are all envious of Krishna. That is obvious. That is by default. But now as we hear about Krishna from devotees, we have said to the devotees, what happens? Or we read the Krishna book, or we read about Krishna, hear about Krishna, discuss among devotees. The envy slowly disappears. And then we can handle like this. Arjuna has seen opulence of Krishna so massive, and his first thing in his symptom is very happy. Correct? Somebody whom you really love, and if you know he has become very rich, you become very happy. Otherwise, you become envious. We wish in core of the heart, sab khatam ho jaye, bada acha hoga. We wish, no? So that is one part. And second part is that he became fearful. Why he became fearful? Because devotees by nature are simple. And the kind of power that displays, sometimes we get a sound, a massive sound. We really panic. It happens. Some heavy sound comes, as if some huge thing has fallen. We don't jump from the chair. What has happened? We all shake up actually. So similarly, when imagine massive sound was there, massive light was there, it was like millions of suns rising together, and then smell, and huge form in which all the devatas, everything is there. Definitely Arjuna started, and he sees huge mouth in which all people are entering, a fearful form. Just like you see a massive ocean, you get scared. You see a huge mountain, you get anywhere material energy is displayed in a massive way, a person panics, gets scared. So the form of Arjuna could fight war, many weapons and all, but Vishwarupa made him also panic. What is this? So and another thing is that he became fearful seeing such power display, because it is superhuman. This power display done by the Lord, Arjuna cannot imagine also. And the third aspect is that there was rasa bhasa happening. Arjuna's rasa is of friendship, and this is adbhuta, wonder. So his friendship is getting disturbed now. Whenever Krishna used to come and meet him, Arjuna used to embrace Krishna. They used to hug each other. They were very close friends. Very close friends. When Arjuna destroyed the army of Kauravas, Krishna used to say, oh, Arjuna, I don't think anybody can fight like you. He used to encourage him so much. They were very close friends. And here what has happened? Suddenly wonder. So that is disturbing his friendship. We can't now hug Krishna. He's feeling hesitant. So he's feeling suffocated. Because our enjoyment is through relationship. And when the relationship is disturbed, he's feeling suffocated. He's not able to relate to him like a friend. Okay? There is a rasa. That is called rasa bhasa. Therefore, we should read prayers with the Acharya. There is no rasa bhasa. Normal people, when they write prayer, they like khichdi. All rasa bhasa. Understand rasa bhasa? Sakya rasa, Vatsala rasa, all will be mixed in one line only. Therefore we don't. Rasa bhasa is unpalatable. So here his rasa bhasa is happening. Therefore Arjuna is feeling a little uneasy. That's the third reason. And he wants the world to know. Why did he ask for Narayana's form? He could ask for other form. Because he wanted world to know that even Narayana comes from Krishna. Correct? After Narayana form, Krishna will show the two-handed form of the Lord, which is most confidential. So generally people have an idea that Krishna came from Narayana. Yeah, that's okay. If you don't read scriptures, you'll have so many understanding. It's very, very confidential thing. Generally people say, no, Krishna is one of the Dashavataras of Vishnu. It seems like that. Then it also seems Krishna came from Vasudeva also. He's the son of Vasudeva. Vasudeva gave birth to Krishna. You can see so many things. But actually it is not true. Management of the universe is with one Vishnu. There are three Vishnus. Manage the universe with the Shiro Dakshay Vishnu. He manages the universe. And in case anything happens in this universe, any trouble happens, Vishnu manages it. And if needed, he incarnates. Generally he will delegate. If needed, sometimes he incarnates. Therefore there are different incarnations. But sometimes, very rarely, that happens only once in a day of Brahma, Krishna personally comes. When Krishna comes, apparently it looks again incarnation Vishnu has taken. So therefore there is nothing wrong also in that way. But actually the higher sense is not known to people. Actually Krishna is the origin. Vishnu combines with him at that time, because Vishnu is one expansion of Krishna. Krishna includes everything. All the devatas, all the energies, everything. There is only one thing in existence, Krishna. Krishna and his expansions, his energies. So Vishnu also becomes part of it. So in one sense, yes, Vishnu incarnate because he comes as part of Krishna. But in another higher sense, actually, Krishna is the Adi Purusha, not Vishnu. And in the beginning, if it is disturbing somebody too much, you say, don't mind it anyway. There is no difference between Krishna, Vishnu, Narayana. It is one person only. It cannot be another person. It cannot be. Just like sometimes Hare Krishna, people are very much worried. What is Rama referring to? Is it Balarama? It can refer even to Krishna. Because it is one of the meaning of the Rama is Ramayanti iti Rama, which gives unlimited pleasure. You understand? All the names actually originally refer to Krishna. He is the Akhila Rasamita Sindhu. He is the origin of everything. You understanding? Anything good refers to Krishna finally. So Ramayanti iti Rama can also refer to Krishna. And Rama, there are 3 Ramas. How many Ramas we know? Parashurama. Then Sitaram. The 3. 3 already. There may be more we can get. So now it can refer to any one of them. Okay? So Prabhupada, some devotees said, oh, it refers to Balaram. Some people got upset. So Prabhupada, why you make issues like that? Unnecessarily. Does not matter, because there is no difference between Vishnu Tattva. There is total Advaitam between Vishnu Tattva. Therefore there is a shloka, Advaitam Achyutam Anadi Ananta Rupam. Lord has multifarious form, they are Advaita. There is no difference between them in that way. They are one person. At the same time, Krishna through different moods receives service from different kind of devotees. So this is all what Shastra tells. More we cannot understand how it is. Because when Krishna's pastimes are happening sometime, Krishna is there, Balaram is there, Vedavyasa are there. All the 3 are together. It is one person only. And all are having different moods. They are speaking so many things. It is inconceivable for us how it happens that Krishna can have multifarious forms and all acting independently of each other. And they are totally different. Krishna form, Balarama form, so much difference is there in the color. Because sometimes Krishna, there is the big analysis in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishna expands. Swayam Rupa Krishna, then Tad Ekatma Rupa, Prabhu Prakasha. There is so much divisions and dividing different kind of forms the Lord has. The forms which are similar. Sometimes Krishna takes form like in Rasa Leela. He takes unlimited forms dancing with each gopi. But all look similar. Those forms are all similar. When he is eating from the gopas, there are various forms eating from each gopa's plate. They also look similar. When Krishna is in Dwarka with 16,000 wives, he is in every palace. At that time, all the forms are exactly similar. Correct? These are there. But then when Krishna takes a form like Balaram or so many other, they look little different. So there is a lot of study of this. But one thing is simple, Advaitam. There is no difference because finally it is one person only. So in that respect, there is no need to make big fuss about it. But as for the Shastra, if you want to really understand, the Shastra says Deepa Richeva. You light from one candle, different candles, but there is still one original candle, that is Krishna. And Krishna shows some unique 4 qualities which anything else around him does not show. Flute, exquisite beauty, and then beautiful devotees and beautiful pastimes. Correct? Wonderful devotees and wonderful pastimes. These 4 things are not shown by other expansions. Balaram to some degree shows, but outside Goloka nobody shows this feature. Balaram sometimes plays flute also. That is there. Okay? So anyway, so these things are discussed. So Arjuna is directly related to Krishna, and that is the original form of the Lord. But he wants people to know that his friend, he is very happy. That's why he asked Krishna to show Vishwarupa. Why did he ask anyway? He wanted people to know, just like I discussed. Some house there is a small child. Some guest come. What do you tell the child? Tell that shloka you know. Any child, oh, very nice, very nice. And parents are very happy, very happy. Because they love the child. If people glorify him, they are so happy. The same way, when Krishna is glorified, the devotees are very, very happy. So Arjuna wanted Krishna to be glorified. He wanted people to know how great his friend is. Krishna जरा दिखाओ तो जरा अपना वो विश्व रूप दिखाओ. Just like we tell the child, एक श्लोक तो बताओ. So for him, he knows Krishna is a small thing. Krishna वो विश्व रूप दिखाओ जरा अपना. एक दिखाओ तो. People don't know how great you are. But when actually that event happens, he gets taken away by that situation and is scared seeing the huge manifestation of power. And he wants to again relate to Krishna in the sweet way. Because he knows Krishna is the sweetest feature of the Lord. I was reading today analysis of Sudama Krishna pastime. In that it says so nice that we take so many benefits from Krishna. We are not even aware. The example given in Krishna book is that sometimes rain happens in the night, but the potter doesn't know, or the farmer doesn't know. There was a rain at night. And in the daytime he sees so much sun and he curses God, you're not giving rain. Actually God is supplying more than we need. His supply is always sufficient. He is not at fault. We may mismanage as individually or collectively, but God's supply is always sufficient. That is his love. Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam eko bhunam vidadati kaman. He supplies the necessities of all the living entities. Krishna is supplying the necessities. So there is always Ara. But we do not recognize it. That means trillions of benefits Krishna is giving you, including your body he gave you. He gave you the eyes to see. He gave you the whole body to digest, maintain. He gave you air. You cannot count how many benefits Krishna is giving you now. And millions of benefits because of your existence is maintained. Millions of plans so that all your funny desires are satisfied. Krishna has so much work to do. Billions of things he has done. And we say, who cares what he has done for me? Nothing. That is how we are. But look at the Krishna's heart. When you do the smallest thing in return, he takes it as a very big thing. It's like Sudama. What did he give to Krishna? Chipped rice. And another thing is that Krishna gives us millions of things and we need them. We need air, we need sunlight. When Sudama gave chipped rice, do you think Krishna needed that? He is Atma Rama, he is satisfied. He's anyway spiritual. Spirit doesn't need anything. Spirit doesn't need anything. He's spiritual. Atma doesn't need any food. He is satisfied in himself. But when Sudama gave little out of love, he had brought small thing. He took it so big. Therefore, many acharyas comment that only fool will not go to Krishna. Because the personality is so great. But we are not able to understand how great Krishna is. Nobody can match this personality in any feature. In any feature, you say this person is very nice. You cannot. Krishna has that unlimitedly. People may have minute. So those people who do not know the qualities of Krishna, they get attracted to silly people. Some politicians, some cricket stars, some film star, because they do not know the qualities of Krishna. Say even sports star, people are so attached now to sports star. It's so big deal as if. Entertainers, why you are so enchanted by them? Entertainers in pay and finish. Why you have to sit? Previously also it is there. People all collect some sports they do. People give some money, they go. That's it. Now people want them to become prime minister, president, everything. That is how the brain of people is. And then, but they sometimes lose and they also cry. It's not always. They have one thing, very small shelf life, they call it. Very small, 10, 15 years, 5 years sometimes. They're finished after that. They can't play after that. Krishna plays eternally. And Krishna never loses. These people are going to lose. And they cry. Krishna never loses. If he loses also, it is his pastime. He loses to Mother Yashoda or to Sudama sometime. That is fun. Otherwise, he doesn't lose. Correct? Krishna. So, he is always a winner. So, similarly, you can any angle you look, because we do not know the greatness of Krishna, we get attracted to silly things. Therefore, Krishna says, Kamesh sacha hita jnana. Your mind must be really foolish if you worship anything except than me. It's not out of pride, it's a fact. If somebody is attracted to anything except Krishna, there is something, he has gone mad. Krishna is so great. Correct? We discuss all the opulences, Krishna's qualities. He is so great that if you want to put your attention, give your attention to Krishna. Correct? So much time we spend eulogizing some person. Oh, he's very nice. Don't waste your time. Read Krishna book, you know the glories of the real hero. There was joking, in Bombay when this came, the people came with the guns. Actors were panicking. They came to know the news, they're looking for important people. So all the so-called important people. I think the joke somebody showed me today, that every country has, America has 400 VIPs, that's it. And England has 300. That they're the only people who are given special protection. In India, it is millions VIPs. Million. Our city mein VIP hai. Half the force is behind them only. So anyway, it's a separate issue. So we should therefore focus the real personality, that is Krishna, the hero, and not focus our attention away. And we see in the Sudama the example. What did he give to Krishna? What he did not need. Krishna did not need that. But smallest of gesture, he showed by an example. Therefore, Prabhupada says, if you offer to Krishna, every day we are all offering. Correct? But know potentially how powerful it is. Don't think just by offering it is happening. You have to do with the quality also. Prabhupada says that so many times. By your hand, if Krishna eats, you don't know your fortune. And the example happened in Sudama. From his hand he picked and he ate. So you offer something to Krishna, is as good as eating from your hand. But if you offer with love, even once, we don't offer with love. It's a ritual we are doing. You don't know what we are doing. But when you do with love, once also, that is not easy. Unless you are advanced, you cannot do that. In fact, Prabhupada says in a lecture, it is so touching. He says, Krishna, I don't know how to cook. And he was always like a lion in the lectures. He's heavy, he's hitting, very strongly speaking. Then he says, you should offer like this, Krishna, I don't know how to cook. And I brought something to offer to you, but I have no devotion to offer to you. Srila Prabhupada ki, Bhagavad Gita ki.